Everybody, tonight we're at the Keep Gym. It's confrontation number 2 in boys basketball between the Mounties of MSJ under Coach Dave Kinsman and Jim Leamy's Rutland High Red Raiders. And here on the 11th day of January, it is the opener in the Southern Vermont League. The two teams will meet again later on in the season. MSJ. These two teams have already met this year. 2 weeks ago tonight, they met in the championship game of the holiday tournament here at Rutland High, and Rutland won it. So it's confrontation number 2 between the two inner-city rivals here, and they will play each other at least one more time, and depending on postseason play, very well could meet again in the postseason. The Mounties come into this game at 2-6 overall. Again, it's the opener in the SPL, and the Raiders are 6-1 overall on the year. And the Mounties do have some physical problems coming into this game. We'll tell you more about that, and also check the starting lineups and get comments from Craig Saia after this 30-second timeout. Back with Craig Saia at the Keep Gym. MSJ warming up off to our left, and Rutland High warming up off to our right as we look out. It is a sparse crowd. It is the smallest MSJ Rutland basketball crowd I have ever seen. Of course, a big snowstorm going on outside. I'm sure that has kept some people at home, but I haven't seen empty seats in a long time for an MSJ Rutland basketball game, if ever. Certainly there haven't been standing room only crowds over the last couple of years, but there are plenty of seats available if you're in the area. Come on by and venture out on that snowstorm if you can. MSJ and went at it in the JV game, and Rutland won it by a score of 72-32. And because of the storm tonight, the game is getting underway about 10 or 15 minutes earlier than originally scheduled. We'll check the starting lineups, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the players who are out of the lineup tonight for MSJ. The Mounties will start Mark Merrill in the backcourt, a 5'9 junior, along with Ryan Birkenhead, a 6'2 junior. Starting up front, Jed Allen, a 5'11 senior, Matt Kinsman, a 6'2 junior, and Colby Roberts, a 5'10 senior. So it's Mark Merrill and Ryan Birkenhead for the Mounties, with Jed Allen, Matt Kinsman, and Colby Roberts. For Rutland High, TJ Sabatka starting in the backcourt, a 6' senior, along with Jason Casarino, a 5'10 senior. Starting up front, Justin Anderson, a 6'3 junior, Nathan Belomo, a 6'1 sophomore, and Justin Mock, a 6' senior. So it's Sabatka and Jason Casarino, along with Justin Anderson, Nathan Belomo, and Justin Mock for Rutland High. MSJ playing without the services tonight of Scott Outsley, Tim Schaffner, and Larry Hare, all because of illness. Ken Bates is out of the Rutland High lineup. He will not see any action because of illness. So, of course, 2 weeks ago tonight, Rutland won the title game of the holiday tournament with relative ease. And now MSJ certainly has its work cut out for it in this game. Certainly down in numbers for this one.
They certainly are. The big thing is they lost Hare and Schaffner. And Justin Anderson, the 6'3 junior for Rutland, is going to have a big night, because really it's going to be tough for the Mounties to find somebody to match up with him. And the last time the two teams met, Matt Kinsman went down with injury in the first half, and that was a big injury.
From the Keep Gym, our national anthem. The playing of our national anthem will be set to go. Boys basketball action, the opener in the Southern Vermont League. And Craig, I know this is your first year in town. The SVL over the past couple of years has lost to teams like Bellows Falls and Windsor, no longer in the SVL. So the SVL season gets underway a lot later in the league. Who is from Rutland, one of the officials tonight, and John Swearington from Brattleboro, the other official. He came up from Brattleboro in this weather today, and remember, it started in the south first.
Some of the hairy ride. MSJ, Rutland won handily, and MSJ had a tough injury when Matt Kinsman went down in the first half there. Got the wind knocked out, didn't see any action in the second half. And at that point, as Rutland really turned on the screws and the press, the full court press, and MSJ had a tough time handling that. The big thing tonight was see how MSJ.
And Matt Kinsman is not 100%. He's still trying to recover from that injury sustained in the game a couple of weeks ago. Rutland High going left to right here in the first half. MSJ left. It'll be Ryan against Justin Anderson. And the tap is controlled by the Raiders. Jason Casarino with it in the backcourt. And we're underway. Confrontation. Out of bounds, and Rutland High will control from the left sideline in the forecourt as the pass comes into Sapatka, now to Jason Casarino. Down low to Anderson. Back out to Jason, up for three. It's no good. Rebound is controlled by Jed Allen. Shovels it off now to Birkenhead. Head now to Kinsman. Kinsman into the forecourt. Kinsman all the way to the left baseline. Shut off there. Loops it back out front to Birkenhead. Birkenhead to the left side of the lane. Back out to Kinsman. Head fakes. Goes to the left baseline. Pumps it up. No good. An air ball. Going to whistle and a foul against Rutland High.
Early on, we see that Matt Kinsman's be guarded by Nate Belomo this time. Last time, TJ Sabatka picked him up. The big up matchup for MSJ is that Ryan Birkenhead has to cover Justin Anderson, and they immediately went to Justin. He kicked the ball out to Casarino for the jump shot that missed, but they'll look to work the ball low down to Anderson.
Kinsman at the line for two. He was in the act of shooting. He has hit the first. He'll get another as the Mounties lead at 1-0. That foul is on Nathan Belomo, his first, the first on the team. Second shot by Matt is good. He rattles it home, and it's 2-0 MSJ here. Early going, 7:30 left in the first quarter. Justin Mock with it for the Raiders, right sideline. Feeds now near the corner to Belomo, and Belomo's traveling. So MSJ will go on hoop in the backcourt. JV game tonight won by Rutland easily, 72-32. Some full court pressure by the Raiders. They relent a little bit, but Birkenhead has it in the backcourt, picked up by Mock. Both teams in the man-to-man. Birkenhead into the forecourt, tried to dribble behind the back, went to his knees, picks it up again. On the bounce goes to Roberts. He drives on Anderson. His shot is blocked by Belomo. Comes down to Allen. His shot is an air ball, comes down to Justin Anderson. Ahead now to Mock into the forecourt for the Raiders. Mock stops, and on the bounce goes right wing to Sapatka to the right side of the lane. His 15-footer, bang. Tied up at 2 apiece, 6:55 left first quarter here at the Keefe Gym. A sparse crowd for an MSJ Rutland basketball game. There's a howling snowstorm going on outside, so doubly kept the crowd down a lot, even though both teams come from the city of Rutland. As Kinsman goes down low to Birkenhead. Short jumper from the baseline around the rim, no good. Rebound to Allen, fadeaway right side of the lane, no go, and we're going to whistle on a foul in the rebounding action. Foul on the floor, and I believe it's on Justin Anderson of Rutland. It is on Justin Anderson, his first, that is the second on the team.
Early on, Jed Allen did a good job of getting on the offensive and defensive board. He's got about 3 rebounds early on for MSJ.
2-2, 6:33 left first quarter. Birkenhead gets it into Roberts, left sideline. Down low to Allen, into the lane. His jump hook, no good off the rim. Sabatka the rebound. Outlet pass deflected out of bounds by Colby Roberts, so the Raiders will control in the backcourt. Going with Justin Mock, Jason Casarino, TJ Sabatka, Justin Anderson, and Nathan Belomo. Casarino trots it into the forecourt, picked up by Merrill on the left wing, feeds Anderson, loops it down low to Sabatka, double team, lays it up, no good, but he was fouled. Sabatka will be at the line for 2 shots. He was in the act of shooting. Foul, I believe, is on Jed Allen. First on the team, and the first on Jed Allen. And Sabatka will be at the line for 2 shots.
Sabatka did a good job of getting posting up Colby Roberts. When Jed Allen came over to help out, that's when TJ went up for the shot. That's when he drew the foul.
Foul was on Allen, officially now, as he went up on the board. Shot by TJ is no good off the back of the rim. He'll get another. 2-2, the score, 6:19 left here, first quarter at the Keefe Gym. MSJ and Rutland confrontation number 2 in boys basketball. The season opener in the Southern Vermont League. Rutland won easily in the title game of the holiday tournament 2 weeks ago here at Rutland High. Second shot by Sabatka, no good, in and out. Birkenhead the rebound for the Mounties. Outlet to Kinsman. Kinsman down court to Roberts, and he can't handle the pass, goes out of bounds, and the Raiders will control in the backcourt. Jason Casarino quickly into the forecourt against Merrill. Dribbles behind the back, stops the dribble, right side, goes cross court, intended for Anderson, goes right by him and out of bounds. And MSJ will control in the backcourt, going with Merrill, Roberts, Birkenhead, Allen, and Matt Kinsman. Kinsman double teamed in the backcourt, throws the ball all the way into the forecourt to Birkenhead, open from 17. His shot is an air ball, and it comes down to Colby Roberts, and he falls out of bounds. It'll be Rutland's basketball.
A good move there by MSJ. Kinsman looked down court, got the long pass down to Birkenhead. Had a good shot, but couldn't crash in on it. MSJ needs to attack the press.
2-2 in the early going. 5:50 left first quarter. Anderson with it near the left sideline, out to Belomo. Back to Mock left sideline. Head fakes, dribbles once, back out to Jason Casarino. Left side is 18-footer. In and out and back in again, and the Raiders lead it 4-2. Full court Raider pressure. Merrill is fouled in the backcourt by Justin Anderson. And Justin now has 2 fouls here in the first quarter and is the 3rd on the Raiders here in the half.
Justin, the big man for Rutland, needs to stay out of foul trouble. With Ken Bates being injured, they'll have to go to Dan Gomez off the bench, and they don't want to lose Anderson this early on.
Merrill goes to Roberts. Roberts to Birkenhead, still in the backcourt, picked up by Anderson. Back to Roberts, still in the backcourt. Roberts throws it all the way into the forecourt to Kinsman, to Allen, and Allen lays it up. No good, but he was fouled. Jed Allen will be at the line for 2 shots. Nice pass from Matt Kinsman. Same motion. He grabbed the pass in the forecourt, and in the same motion fed Jed Allen, and Allen was fouled. Foul is on TJ Sabatka. That's his first. That's the 4th on the team.
Again, MSJ attacking the press, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the easy baskets off the press. They got it down quickly to Kinsman, who threw a touch pass to Jed Allen and did a good pump fake and got Sabatka up in the air and was fouled in the act of shooting.
Jed Allen misses the first. He'll get another. Rutland out in front, 4-2. 5:22 to go first quarter. Second shot by Jed Allen, no good off the rim. Rebound tapped around, and it goes to Birkenhead. Between the left sideline and the lane, pumps up the 17-footer, no good. Sabatka the rebound. Outlet to Anderson. Anderson will dribble up for the Raiders, gets it ahead now to Belomo, right sideline in the forecourt. Dribbles a few times, feeds it down low to Anderson. Out top to Sabatka, up for 3, no good. Rebound to Merrill. Merrill on the outlet to Birkenhead, into the forecourt, right sideline for the Mounties. Picked up by Mock. Now to Merrill on the left to Roberts. Left side of the circle, picked up by Sabatka. Back to Allen, right side of the circle. Both teams in the man-to-man. Back to Birkenhead. Into the lane. On the right goes to Merrill. The short jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, pot for, and it goes out of bounds off Matt Kinsman. And the Raiders will control in the backcourt.
One difference we noticed the last couple of games, times we've watched MSJ, they seem to be picking up the pace a little more. They were very deliberate the first game we saw, but now they're trying to pick up the pace a little more and attacking more on offense.
Jason Casarino has it for the Raiders. Feeds it now to Anderson, right side of the lane, and he's fouled by Matt Kinsman. Foul on Matt Kinsman is his first. That is the 2nd on the team. The Raiders will put the ball into play from the baseline. The Raiders lead at 4-2. 4:36 to go here in the first quarter at the Keefe Gym. Mock gets set to put the ball into play. Looking around, loops it into Belomo, lays it up, no good. Have the shot, rebound to Merrill. Merrill to Kinsman. Throws it into the forecourt, intended for Birkenhead. Anderson knocks it out of bounds, and the Mounties will put the ball into play from the left sideline in the forecourt. Brian Birkenhead gets set to put the ball into play. Loops it into Roberts halfway between the circles. Picked up by TJ Sabatka. Looks left, right, and goes left side now to Kinsman. Down low to Birkenhead. Left baseline, he's traveling. He immediately got double teamed and almost triple teamed there and faded away, and he was walking. Jason Casarino into the forecourt for the Raiders. To the key to the lane. On the left to Sabatka. Back to Jason near the left sideline. Between the sideline and the middle. Looks around, looking inside. Loops it out front now to Nathan Belomo. Picked up by Kinsman. Belomo dribbles across the key. On the right goes to TJ Sabatka. Now to Jason Casarino. Up for 3. It's no good off the rim. Rebound to Kinsman. Kinsman covers up, looks around, and dribbles up for the Mounties. Rifles it into the forecourt, right baseline to Allen. Trying to go up with it, knocked away by Belomo. Picked off by Anderson. Back to Belomo. Belomo into the forecourt, to the key to the line. On the right sideline feeds Justin Mock. 4-2. The Raiders lead at 3:40 to go first quarter. Low scoring first quarter here. Down low off a pass from Sabatka's. Anderson has turned around. No good. Rebound to Colby Roberts. Ahead to Birkenhead. Birkenhead down the right sideline in the forecourt now for MSJ. Stops, comes cross court to Kinsman near the midcourt circle. Picked up by Belomo. Kinsman on the right goes to Jed Allen. Picked up by Anderson. And he's traveling.
played real sloppy early on. We've seen a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed easy shots, people fumbling the ball, and we played about 5 minutes. We've only got 6 total points. So as Jack said, a very low-scoring first quarter.
I've seen years, believe it or not, at halftime it's been 7-6 and things like that. After a quarter, I've seen years when it's 3-2 after a quarter between these two teams. Jason Casarino, head fakes, dribbles to the lane, drives, loses control. It goes out of bounds. Apparently a Mountie player knocked it out of bounds, and the Raiders will control from the baseline. Justin Mock gets set to put the ball into play, gets it into play to Sabatka, left baseline. His jumper's good, and the Raiders lead it 6-2. 2:59 to go first quarter. Colby Roberts in the backcourt, sends it to Merrill now, back to Roberts. Roberts throws it into the forecourt, too far for Kinsman, right by him, out of bounds. Another MSJ turnover.
One thing is that we've watched more of TJ Sabatka. He seems to be looking to take the jump shot. When we first couple games we saw him, he always wanted to drive the hole, but now he's stopping off with a jump shot and doing a good job.
With it left wing, TJ Sabatka now to Mock, to the key to the line. On the right now to Jason Casarino near the right sideline. Down low to Anderson. Up top now to Palomo. Back into Anderson, and Anderson is fouled. Fouled against MSJ. It's on Ryan Birkenhead. That's his first, and it's the third on the team, and the Raiders will put the ball into play from the baseline. The Raiders lead it 6-2. 2:35 to go, first quarter. Pass comes into Anderson. His jump hook is short, no good. Rebound to Kinsman. Kinsman dribbles up and sends it ahead now to Ryan Birkenhead. Birkenhead into the forecourt against Mock. Right sideline feeds Matt Kinsman against Palomo. He falls down. Palomo steals. Throws it into the forecourt. Chased down by Sabatka. He lays it up. No good. Tap is up and good by Jason Casarino. Raiders go up 8-2. Here's Kinsman the other way. Coast to coast, and he lays it in. 8-4. The Raiders by 4. Here's Mock to Palomo. Underneath the bucket. Comes back and lays it in. 10-4. The Raiders are up by 6. 1:55 to go first quarter. Roberts with it in the backcourt. Chased by Palomo. Sends it into the forecourt to Birkenhead. To the key to the line, to the lane. Forces the shot. A 12-footer around the ribbon in. Nice move for Ryan Birkenhead. 10-6. The Raiders lead it by 4. Palomo quickly the other way. Underneath wanted to go to Anderson. Picked off as Kinsman goes to Merrill, and Merrill lays it in. Was knocked away and eventually went to Kinsman. He found Merrill, who laid it in easily. 10-8. The Raiders lead by 2. 1:24 to go first quarter as Carl Doty gets set to check in for the Raiders. Anderson with it left side to the left baseline. He goes to Mock. His fadeaway left side of the lane. No go. Rebound to Roberts. Colby Roberts dribbles up and it now sends it to Matt Kinsman. Kinsman will slowly bring it into the forecourt for the Mounties. 1:05 to go first quarter. The Raiders lead at 10-8. On the bounce left sideline it goes to Birkenhead. Now to Roberts, left side of the circle. On the right to Allen. Allen on the bounce, down low to Birkenhead into the lane, forces the left-handed shot, no good. We're going to whistle on a foul against the Raiders. Might have been a foul on the floor. The foul is on Justin Mock, his first. The Raiders are over the limit anyway. It was when it was on the floor, even though Birkenhead tried to throw it up there as he was fouled. It's not a shooting foul, but the Raiders are over the limit, so Birkenhead will be at the line for a 1-and-1 as Mock and Jason Casarino sit down, and Carlos Gomez checks in along with Carl Doty for Rutland, and now John Casarino checks in for the Raiders, and checking out of the ball game is Justin Anderson. Colby Roberts sits down for the Mounties, and into the ball game for the Mounties is Willie McGrath.
Interesting move there. The Mounties had been running up and getting some easy baskets. They got the fast breakdown. Coach Kinsman came off the bench like a third base coach with the stop sign out.
The shot by Birkenhead, no good. Chased down. The rebound to John Casarino to Sabatka, now to Palomo. Between the left sideline and the middle. 47 seconds to go. First quarter. Doty with it now. Out to Sabatka, left side of the circle. On the right to Gomez. Down low to Palomo. Back to Gomez in the lane. His short jumper's no good, but he was traveling. And MSJ will go on hoop in the backcourt. Going now with Ryan Birkenhead, Matt Kinsman, Willie McGrath, Mark Merrill, and Jed Allen. Rutland leads it by 2, 10-8. 38 seconds left first quarter. Ryan Birkenhead slowly into the forecourt for MSJ. Birkenhead to the key. Stops the dribble, goes to Kinsman, drives baseline, lays it up and in. And the Mounties have tied it at 10 apiece. Doty quickly into the forecourt, wanted to go to John Casarino. The ball knocked out of bounds by Willie McGrath. As into the ball game is Trevor Wolf. for MSJ, a 6'2 junior, and sitting down is Mark Merrill. The Raiders control left sideline in the forecourt, a 10-all ball game, 22 seconds left in the first quarter here at the Keefe Gym. The pass comes into Gomez, back to Belomo, now to TJ Sabatka. TJ on the right goes to Doty. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Doty back out front to Sabatka. Sabatka now back to Belomo, right sideline. Into the lane to John Casarino. Short jumper, no good. Rebound to Gomez. And we have a whistle and a foul. No foul. He's called for double dribble. A double dribble on Gomez, and the Mounties control in the backcourt with 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wolf gets it into Kinsman. Kinsman fires into the forecourt, intended for Birkenhead. Picked off by Gomez to Sabatka as time expires, ending the first quarter here at the Keefe Gym. And after a quarter, it's MSJ 10, Rutland 10. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Based on list price of
Craig Sayer, our engineer Dan Knapp. We're at the Keefe Gym. It's MSJ 10, Rutland 10 after a quarter, this opener in the Southern Vermont League. MSJ playing without the services tonight of Tim Schaffner, Scott Outsley, and Larry Heer. And Rutland playing without the services of Kenny Bates.
I think we can see the big difference that Matt Kinsler makes for this team. He's got 6 points for him. He's really done a good job on the break. We've seen him throw a good bounce pass, a good touch pass, and just a regular pass. He's doing a good job, and he's one of the reasons they're able to handle this break. They're getting out easily. He's controlling the ball and getting off the good passes, thinking of his teammates for layups.
It'll be MSJ's possession here at the beginning of the second quarter in a 10-all ball game as the pass comes into Matt Kinsman in the backcourt. Will trot it into the forecourt against Belomo. Both teams exclusively in the man-to-man. Kinsman out to Birkenhead. On the right now to Wolf. Wolf goes into Kinsman, splits the defense and lays it in. Nice move for Matt Kinsman, and the Mounties lead it 12-10. With it is Sabatka down the right sideline to Belomo. Stops between the sideline and the middle, goes into Gomez. Strip back out to Belomo, though. Back out now, he goes to Sabatka to John Casarino. John goes to Gomez, now to Sabatka right wing. His shot is deflected by Birkenhead, comes down to Kinsman, throws it into the forecourt, and getting back to steal easily is Doty. Earl Doty, Carlos Gomez, TJ Sabatka, John Casarino, and Nathan Belomo for the Raiders right now. Doty goes on the left wing to John Casarino. Into the lane, pulls up for the 14-footer, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound tapped around, it goes to Roberts, and we get a foul against the Raiders. And Colby Roberts will be going to the line because the Raiders already are over the limit. Only have one team foul to fool around with. That foul is on Carl Doty.
Since Rutland went up to a 10-4 lead, MSJ run off 8 straight points to go ahead by 12-10, and they'll have a chance to extend that lead as Colby Roberts goes to the foul line and shoot a 1-and-1.
Carl Doty on the foul is first. Again, the team over the limit. Colby Roberts at the line, as Craig mentioned, for a 1-and-1, and the Mounties are out in front 12-10, 7-12 to go. First half here at the Keefe Gym. The shot by Roberts is good. He'll get another, and MSJ goes out in front by 3, 13-10. Second shot by Roberts is good. Colby gets them both. And MSJ goes out in front by 4, 14-10. Sabatka into the forecourt down the middle. On the right sideline feeds Doty. Picked up by Wolf. Back out to Gomez. Right side of the circle. On the left to Belomo. Down low to Doty. Had trouble finding the handle. Lays it up. No good. Rebound to Gomez. Fade away in the lanes. An air ball. Tapped around and it goes to Birkenhead. Ryan Birkenhead, Matt Kinsman, Colby Roberts, Trevor Wolf, and Willie McGrath in there right now for MSJ. With the right sideline is Matt Kinsman. Goes to Roberts, now to McGrath, left side of the circle, back out to Birkenhead. Into the lane, his 14-footer, bang! And MSJ has opened up a 6-point lead. Mounties lead at 16-10. Sabatka into the forecourt for the Raiders. Sabatka dribbles to the right and goes to Gomez. Gomez out to the free throw line to Doty, and Doty went to the right side of the lane. And this is a 3-second violation on the Raiders, and the Mounties will control in the backcourt as Mark Merrill checks back in along with Jed Allen for MSJ. Eric Bliss will be checking in for Rutland. Jim Leamy, if the Raiders wants a timeout, we'll keep it right here. 6:25 left first half. MSJ out in front by a score of 16-10.
MSJ doing a very good job of when they get a chance to run, they're running the ball down the court and getting some easy layups. Also doing their offense very well in the half-court offense. Matt Kinsman doing a good job. Ryan Berkman hitting a couple of shots, and they're doing a good job moving the ball around. For Rutland, Carlos Gomez has got a couple big offensive rebounds for you, but he has to be able to cash back on them. Threw up the one air ball and also had a couple travel calls and a double dribble. So he's getting the ball, but he needs to follow follow through on, and I think Rutland just needs to kind of slow things down and maybe take a deep breath, and they seem to be affecting kind of the jitterings here as MSJ has put up 12 straight points on them.
Mentioned a sparse crowd here for an MSJ Rutland game. Actually, the crowd picked up nicely over the last 10-15 minutes or so. The varsity game got underway a little bit earlier than scheduled because of the storm tonight. Rutland won the JV game 72-32, but yet far cry from a packed house by any stretch of the imagination, but the crowd has picked up fairly well here. Eric Bliss checking in for the Raiders, as we mentioned. John Casarino checking out. Trevor Wolf and Willie McGrath checked out for the Mounties when Jed Allen and Mark Merrill checked back in. It's MSJ's possession in the backcourt as the pass comes in to Mark Merrill. MSJ leads it by 6, 16-10, 6:18 left first half. Birkenhead into the forecourt against Sabatka. Right sideline, he feeds Kinsman. Now to Roberts, now to Merrill, left side of the circle. Back to Birkenhead between the right sideline and the lane. Stops the dribble, goes to the right sideline to Kinsman. Dribbles once and fires up the 18-footer. An air ball comes down to Gomez, and Allen jump ball situation. It'll be Rutland's possession. Nathan Belomo, TJ Sabatka, Carl Doty, Carlos Gomez, and Eric Bliss for the Raiders. As Doty goes down low to Gomez, his shot blocked by Allen underneath, and it came down to Matt Kinsman. Great defensive play by Jed Allen. Kinsman with it. Goes on the left sideline to Merrill. Merrill out front now to Allen, now to Birkenhead. Way out front, he's on the right. Now to Kinsman, left side of the circle. Kinsman goes to the right side of the circle to Merrill. Merrill against Doty, now to Roberts. Head fakes, goes to the key. On the right goes to Allen. His 18-footer bang. And MSJ has opened up an 8-point lead. The Mounties lead at 18-10. Here's Bliss with it, right sideline for the Raiders. Back out now to Belomo. Head fakes, goes to the key, backs it up, stops on the left, goes to Doty. Doty now to Sabatka, into the lane. Shovels it underneath for Belomo, and he lays it in. 18-12, MSJ by 6, 5-10 left first half of the Keefe Gym. MSJ and Rutland, the opener in the Southern Vermont League season. Birkenhead on the right sideline feeds Kinsman. Kinsman now to Roberts, right side of the circle. Back to Birkenhead. Down low, wanted to go to Kinsman, right by him, out of bounds. A Mouty turnover, and the Raiders will go on hoop in the backcourt.
Nice drive there last time down by Sabatka, and he caught Belomo wide open for an easy layup.
Sabatka on the bounce, left side, it goes to Doty. Down low to Bliss, double team to the baseline. Back out to Doty, pumps up the 18-footer, no go, and we've got a foul in the rebounding action. And it's against Rutland High. And Mouty will be going to the line. The Raiders long since over the limit. It's on Carlos Gomez. It's the first on Carlos. It'll be Jed Allen at the line for a 1-and-1 for MSJ. The Mounties lead it by 6, 18-12, 4:46 left first half as Justin Anderson checks back in for Rutland High, and sitting down is Carlos Gomez, an exchange student from Spain. Justin Mock checking in for Rutland High, and checking out of the basketball game is Nathan Belomo. Jason Casarino checking in for the Raiders now, and getting a breather is TJ Sabatka.
Jim doing a good job of working in his regulars and his subs. He usually keeps a couple of starters in with the subs, and so he gets a good floor balance.
Jed Allen looks and fires. It's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound punched around, and it goes to Justin Anderson of Rutland High. Justin sends it ahead to Jason Casarino in the forecourt left sideline. Picked up by Merrill off the man-to-man. On the bounce down the sideline to Doty near the corner. Sends it out front to Bliss on the right to Jason Casarino. Looks at the bucket as he's picked up by Merrill. Goes to Anderson. Anderson on the left to Mock. Up for three. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound Doty. Back up and good. Strong offensive rebound for the bucket for Carl Doty. MSJ's lead has been sliced to 4. The Mounties lead at 18-14. 4:12 left first half of the Keefe Gym. Birkenhead sends it to Kinsman, right sideline. Kinsman to the right baseline. Underneath, had Allen, couldn't handle the pass. Scramble for the basketball, and it goes to Merrill as he saves it. Out to Roberts, to Matt Kinsman. If Jed was able to find the handle, he would have had an easy layup all by himself. Merrill with it now to Allen. Back to the left sideline to Kinsman. Now to Birkenhead, left side of the circle. Back to Kinsman near the left sideline. Back out to Allen. On the bounce right side, it goes to Birkenhead to Kinsman, left side of the lane. 14-footer, an air ball. And Kinsman somehow got in there and saved it. as it was tapped around and knocked it out of bounds off Justin Anderson. I don't know how Matt ever got in there to get the ball again.
Did a good job, kind of forced the shot looking for a foul, but stuck with it and was able to knock the ball off Justin Anderson so MSJ could retain possession.
Birkenhead gets it into play to Matt Kinsman, now to Jed Allen. Back to Kinsman, left side of the circle, way out front, into the lane as pass goes to Birkenhead, left side of the lane to the left baseline, plays it up, no good as it was tapped. Back up by Birkenhead, no good, rebound to Bliss. Bliss on the outlet to Jason Casarino, into the forecourt, right to left to the key to the lane. On the left goes to Mock, 17-footer, no good from the baseline. Rebound to Doty, runs it down at the right baseline. Try to go inside, cross court, the ball knocked out of bounds, and it went out of bounds off Justin Mock. MSJ will control in the backcourt. MSJ up by 4, 18-14. 3:16 left in the first half, and MSJ wants a timeout. And we'll be back after this 30-second break.
Wendy's.
Chuck Healey, Craig Sear, our engineer Dan Knapp. 3:16 left first half. It's MSJ 18, Rutland 14.
MSJ, the big thing here was that MSJ came out and put on I think it was a 10-0 spurt to put out their biggest lead of 6 points. Since then, Rutland was able to get back within 4. One of the problems is that for a while there, Rutland wasn't scoring, and they were able to set up in their full court press, which caused problems the last time they met. But by getting on a good run and playing good defense, MSJ prevented Rutland from scoring points and setting up their defense, which helped their offense. So again, your defense is keying your offense.
The game was tied at 10 apiece after a quarter. It'll be MSJ's basketball in the backcourt as Colby Roberts gets sent to put the ball into play. Roberts, Birkenhead, Kinsman, Merrill, and Jed Allen for the Mounties right now. Pass comes into Merrill, picked up by Bliss, goes to Roberts, picked up by Bliss, the full court zone pressure. Back to Merrill, he breaks as he throws it into the forecourt to Kinsman. On the bounce to Allen, lays it up, no good. Kinsman the rebound, back up, no good. Rebound to Bliss. Bliss sends it ahead, intended for Doty, behind him and out of bounds. A turnover there, and MSJ will control from the right sideline near midcourt. So both teams with a lot of turnovers in the first half.
Again, Matt Kinsman making a good pass to set up Jed Allen for the layup, breaking the press. Jed couldn't quite cash it in, but again, Matt Kinsman making a good pass.
Roberts into the forecourt now, near the right sideline for MSJ. Stops the dribble, looks around, sends it down to Birkenhead. Stutter steps right side of the lane, dumps it to Kinsman, runs it down right sideline. On the bounce, he wanted to go to Allen, picked off by Anderson. Behind the back pass to Bliss. Bliss back to Anderson in the lane, lays it up and in, but it won't count. We got a whistle and a foul against MSJ. It's on Birkenhead, but it was when the ball was on the floor. So it's a common foul, and Rutland will put the ball into play from the baseline. The foul on Birkenhead is his second. That's just the 4th team foul on MSJ. So it could have been a 3-point play. No potential for it, but it ended up being a foul on the floor, a common foul, and Rutland will put the ball into play from the baseline. Mock gets it into Jason Casarino. Head fakes, goes to the left side of the lane. 14-footer, no good, but we got a foul against MSJ's Mark Merrill. And Jason Casarino will be at the line for 2 shots. Merrill's first foul. Both teams over the limit now. At any rate, Jason was in the act of shooting.
Jason did a good job of driving to the hole. When he pulled up for the jump shot, he was able to get Merrill leaning in on him and drew the foul. One of the problems is Rutland's not be able to hit many of their outside shots, and MSJ is just kind of collapsing more and more on the inside there, so it's really getting tough for Rutland to work on anything down low. Also, since Rutland's not getting the outside jump shot, it's not a penalty to him.
Nathan Belomo in, Eric Bliss out for the Raiders as the first shot by Jason is no good. He'll get another. The Mounties lead at 18-14, 2:34 left first half here at the Keefe Gym. Second shot by Jason is good. He gets 1 out of 2. MSJ's lead now is 3. The Mounties lead at 18-15. Full court zone pressure by the Raiders as the pass comes into Merrill. Ahead, wanted to go to Birkenhead, lost it to Mock. Mock in the lane, short jumper's good. And the Mounties' lead has been shaved to 1. MSJ leads at 18-17 as the full court pressure right there turned into a Raider easy bucket from Justin Mock, a short jumper in the lane. Roberts breaks the pressure this time to Kinsman in the forecourt. Kinsman down the sideline to Allen. So he saved it back to Roberts to the right baseline to Birkenhead. Wanted to go to Allen, knocked away, picked off by Anderson. Ahead down to Mock. It might have been Carl Doty that got a piece of that ball before Anderson stole it. Here's Doty at the free throw line, and his jumper's good. And the Raiders take the lead 19-18. So Carl Doty actually started it at one end and finished it at the other end. Ball tapped around in the backcourt. The Mounties still control with Colby Roberts. Finally, his pass knocked away by Jason Casarino to Belomo. Back to Jason. He lays it up. No good. We're going to foul against MSJ.
As we talked earlier, when Rutland gets in a full court press here, MSJ really having tough times getting it going. We saw they got a turnover a few minutes ago, got an easy basket, caused some problems down here as MSJ was kind of scrambling around, never got their offense set. And then again, they go with the seal here. Nathan Blow with a good pass into Casarino.
And Ryan Birkenhead on the foul. That is his third. Jason Casarino at the line for 2 shots for the Raiders as Willie McGrath is in for MSJ for Ryan Birkenhead, who sits down with the 3 personal fouls. 1:39 left first half. Rutland out in front, 19-18. The shot by Jason Casarino is good. He'll get another as the Raiders lead it by 2, 20-18. Second shot by Jason Casarino is good. He gets them both, and the Raiders now go up by a score of 21-18, a 3-point lead. Again, the full court Raider pressure. This has bothered MSJ here in the second quarter as Merrill goes to Roberts, to Kinsman. They break it as he goes to Allen, to McGrath, and he lays it in. All by himself as he laid it in. Once they broke the pressure, they got the easy bucket, 21-20 Rutland, but the Mounties foul at the other end.
That basket broke an 11-point run by the Raiders. We've seen a 10-point run by MSJ early on, and then we saw an 11-point run there by the Roundies as both teams getting into streaks.
Foul is on Matt Kinsman, his second. Nathan Belomo will be at the line for a 1-and-1. Once they broke the press right there, it was an easy bucket at the other end.
And again, a good touch pass, a good pass from Kinsman down to Jet Allen, who got it over quickly over to Willie McGrath for the easy layup.
Rutland leads at 21-20, a minute 26 to go, first half here at the Keep Gym. Shot by Belomo is good. He'll get another. The Raiders lead at 22-20. You're right, a game of runs. MSJ had the earlier run, and Rutland actually had the first one, then MSJ didn't. Rutland's had a run again here. Second shot by Nathan Belomo was good. So Nathan gets them both, and the Raiders lead at 23-20. Colby Roberts with it in the backcourt. Full court zone pressure as his pass knocked away by Anderson. Casarino couldn't save it. It goes out of bounds. And the Mounties will try again in the backcourt from the right sideline. Going with Colby Roberts, Jet Allen, Mark Merrill, Willie McGrath, and Matt Kinsman. Roberts gets it into play to Matt Kinsman. Picked up by Anderson in the backcourt. Kinsman dribbles behind the back twice. Still in the backcourt. Throws it into the forecourt right sideline to Merrill. Merrill looks around. Feeds it out now to Colby Roberts. He hands it off to Matt Kinsman. Matt dribbles to the right and stops. A minute to go in the first half here. Roberts with it now. Roberts to the right baseline. Comes cross court to Kinsman. To the left side of the lane. 15-footer. Bang. 23-22, the Raiders by 1. 47 seconds left first half. Here's Belomo right baseline for the Raiders. Dribbles once, sends it out front to TJ Sabatka. Up for 3, no good off the back of the rim, off the top of the board, and the rebound comes down to Belomo, and Belomo's traveling. TJ checked in just a few moments ago for the Raiders for Carl Doty. As it's Sabatka, Anderson, Mock, Jason Casarino, and Nathan Belomo for the Raiders. The Mounties control in the backcourt. 37 seconds left first half. Rutland leads by 1, 23-22. Kinsman with it now. He's still in the backcourt. Throws it into the forecourt to Allen as they break it. Now to Roberts, right side of the lane. Drives, head fakes, lays it up. No good. We're going to whistle on a foul against Rutland. Colby Roberts will be at the line for 2 shots for MSJ. The foul is on Justin Mock, and Justin Mock has 2 fouls now.
Justin Anderson was over there too. He already has 2 fouls. They were lucky they called the foul on Mock, as both Mock and Anderson have 2 fouls. If Anderson gets his 3rd foul this part of the game, it could cause trouble in the second half. Shot by Roberts is good, and that ties it up at 23 apiece here. Colby will get another as Trevor Wolf gets set to check in for MSJ. Maybe coming in for Roberts. Second shot by Colby is good. He gets them both. 24-23, MSJ leads it by 1. 25 seconds left, first half here at the Keep Gym. Jason Casarino slowly into the forecourt for the Raiders. MSJ with a 1-point lead now. Teams were tied at 10 after the first quarter. With it is Mock now, right sideline. 12 seconds left in the half. Jason Casarino with it. Halfway between the circles, backs it up to the circle. Brings it toward the top of the key now, into the lane. And he hands it off now to Belomo. Lays it up, no good. Rebound tapped around. It goes from Allen to Merrill, and Merrill throws it into the forecourt as time expires, ending the first half. And at halftime, MSJ has a 1-point lead. It's the Mounties 24, Rutland 23. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout.
Chuck Healey, Craig Saia, we're at the Keefe Gym. MSJ and Rutland going at it in boys basketball, the opener in the Southern Vermont League season. And at halftime, MSJ playing tough. The Mounties lead the Raiders by a score of 24-23. Again, MSJ playing without the services of Tim Schaffner, Scott Outsley, and Larry Hare. Rutland playing without the services of Kenny Bates. All of them undoubtedly have the flu, so therefore missing the game tonight. Remember, 2 weeks ago tonight, Rutland won the title game of the Holiday Tournament easily by blowing out MSJ. That was 2 weeks ago tonight. A couple of things we want to mention before Craig runs by the scoring. First of all, the game tonight on Channel 15. It'll be televised on Monday night, this coming Monday at 7. You can see the game tonight between MSJ and Rutland on Channel 15. The telecast produced by Joe Courcelle. That gets underway at 7 p.m. this coming Monday night. At the end of the game, we'll have a J.P. Carrera & Sons Most Valuable Player for both MSJ and Rutland, and we'll have a friendly 6th Player Award winner, the unsung hero for both MSJ and Rutland. All 4 players receiving their souvenirs. Also, as we had mentioned on the sports during the course of the afternoon today, and we are going to cancel something that we did mention on the sports today, the MSJ Rutland mixer that was scheduled for broomsticks. This is a parents mixer that was scheduled for broomsticks after the game tonight has been canceled, and it will be held after the next MSJ Rutland basketball game on February 8th. So the mixer for the benefit of the MSJ Development Fund at broomsticks scheduled for tonight has been canceled. They'll try again on the 8th of February after the next MSJ Rutland basketball game, which is coming up at MSJ. Here at halftime, MSJ 24, Rutland 23. The teams were tied at 10 apiece after a quarter. MSJ outscoring Rutland 14-13 in that second quarter. Both teams have made a lot of mistakes in the first half, and it's been a game of runs. Rutland's had a couple. MSJ has had one, but came back again to take the 1-point lead.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers. As Jack said, a lot of sloppy ball handling, people dropping passes, a lot of traveling calls and things like that. I don't know if the teams are excited about playing one another or not, but just a little jittery and things like that.
Little thing going on here at halftime as spectators at random chosen out of the crowd here to try their luck of shots from half court, and they win what's ever in the kitty, we can say that. Somebody just missed from half court. One of the people out there I can recognize, Randy Gagne. He just missed. He sent one out off the backboard. So that's going on. When you hear the oohs and the ahs in the background, that's what's going on here at the Keefe Gym. So the Mounties lead it by 1 over the Raiders, 24-23, and here with the scoring is Craig Saia.
Okay, first for the Mounties of MSJ, Matt Kinsman's the leading scorer. He has 10 points. He's followed by Ryan Birkenhead with 4. Kobe Roberts also has 4 points, all from the foul line. And with 2 points each, it's Mark Merrill, Jed Allen, and Willie McGrath. That gives it 24 points to the MSJ Mounties. The leading scorer for the Rutland Red Raiders is Jason Casarino. He has 7 points. He's followed by Nathan Valomo with 6 points. TJ Sabatka has 4 points. Carl Doherty has a big 4 points off the bench, and Justin Mock has 2 points, and that gives the Raiders their 23 points. In foul trouble, Ryan Birkenhead for Mounties has 3 fouls. Matt Kinsman has 2. Jed Allen has a foul, and Mark Merrill has 1. For Rutland, nobody really in too serious of foul trouble. Justin Anderson and Justin Mock both have 2 fouls. Nathan Valomo has a foul, and TJ Sabatka has a foul. Carlos Gomez has 1 foul, and Carl Doherty has a foul.
All right, MSJ with a 1-point lead here over Rutland at halftime by a score of 24-23. Let's see. Jeff Paul, the voice of the Keefe Gym, is going to try his luck from half court here, I think. And also Joe Dorman is going to try his luck from half court. And Jack Mackin. And whoa, Jack! He throws it. He almost knocked the backboard off the ceiling. Here's Jeff Paul. And he misses everything. Jack Mackin tried. You don't know that I've taken Jack Mackin to the cleaners on our football picks about 16 times this season. His son Matt beat me once, and I beat Matt once. But Next time, I got to keep that in mind. The next time he calls us on the morning show about that shot from half court that hit the rafters here. Or not the rafters, but the support holding up the backboard. That's what they're doing here, half-court shots at the Keefe Gym. A couple of things that we have coming up on WSYB Sports. Again, we're at halftime here, boys basketball, and it is MSJ 24, Rutland 23. Rutland won the JV game 72-32. Tonight, Rutland High is hosting North Country in hockey at the Royce Mandigo Arena. I haven't seen any Rutland High hockey players here, so I assume that game is going on. And tomorrow night, North Country will meet MSJ, and we will have it for you beginning at 6:50. So despite the storm, we got to figure if North Country got here today, they will still be here tomorrow to play that hockey game. But I do understand that they were staying overnight tonight in White River Junction. Of course, they had a long trip down from Newport, but they're staying in White River Junction. They're going to have a tough time going back to White River Junction tonight, I'm sure. But we have the hockey game on the air for you tomorrow night at 6:50 between MSJ and North Country here at WSYB. And then on Sunday, Connecticut Valley Hockey League action will have the Otters and PVA. We'll be on the air about 2:30 or so on Sunday afternoon. We're at halftime here at the Keefe Gym. Boys basketball. Opener of the Southern Vermont League regular season, and confrontation number 2 between MSJ and Rutland, and it's MSJ 24, Rutland 23 at halftime. And we'll be back after the 60-second timeout. Here we're back at the Keefe Gym. We'll pick up the Celtics and LA Clippers if we can in progress tonight in the NBA, but we also anticipate that maybe Senator Jeffords spoke today on the Gulf crisis. And if indeed he got that speech underway, if it happened during the course of this basketball game tonight, we would tape it and play it back afterwards instead of the picking up the Celtics game in progress. Important is important, folks, and that's what we would do after the game. If not, if he never did speak today, we'll have the Celtics and LA Clippers in progress tonight, and we should be able to pick up a lot of that game tonight, depending on the other situation. MSJ warming up off to our right, and Rutland High warming up off to our left, and again, MSJ with a 1-point lead. You know, you look at it, when you lose some players, for example, the Mounties playing without Schaffner, Outsley, and also without Larry here, you tend to, the other players, and it may or may not continue to happen in the second half, but the other players seem to take it up a notch. On the other side of the ledger, obviously, MSJ and Rutland players are familiar with one another. Many of them are best of friends, and when these two teams play, more so than any other two teams in the league, you're aware of who isn't out there, and you might let down a little bit. It's a 1-point ball game, MSJ out in front. Perhaps that's been the case here in the first half. Yeah, I think, like Jack said, you kind of have a letdown if you're the other team. So, well, they lost 2 stars in their first man off the bench. They won't be as strong, and I think Rutland might have let down. I think one of the big things is that MSJ is doing a good job of controlling the tempo. They're keeping the score down low where they like to see it. We're on a pace of about a 50-point game, and I think that's what MSJ would like. The big thing in the first quarter, the first half, was the runs. I mean, MSJ had a 10-point run. Rutland had, I think, an 8-point run and a 9-point run. Both teams kind of went in spurts. What happened was when Rutland kind of got on a roll, they were keyed by the fact that their press, they were able to set up their press and get some easy baskets off that. When MSJ got their run, Rutland wasn't able to set up on the press, and they were able to get the ball up quickly and get some easy layups. So we'll kind of see if both teams can stay with the runs, or we'll go seesaw back and forth. Also, another big thing is Brian Birkenhead has 3 fouls, and he can't afford to pick up that 4th one early on because he's a big scorer for him. He does a good job on Justin Anderson defensively, and he really controls the offense. So he's a big foul. He's got to watch that 4th foul. MSJ going left to right here in the second half. Rutland right to left. We'll set the alignment for both teams when we have an opportunity. It'll be MSJ's possession. It'll be Roberts with it into the forecourt. Chased by Sabatka, right sideline. On the bounce down low to Kinsman, out to Birkenhead at the free throw line. He fires up, no good. Rebound tap from Palomo to Sabatka. Fires into the forecourt to Jason Casalino. Out to Mock now between the sideline and the middle. Now to Sabatka on the left to Palomo. Wanted to go inside to Justin Anderson. Knocked out of bounds by Matt Kinsman. And the Raiders will try again from the baseline here. We're just underway in the second half. MSJ leading it by 1. The pass comes into Anderson in the lane. His turnaround is good. And the Raiders lead it by 1 now, 25-24. And to that full court zone pressure by the Raiders. Allen breaks it ahead to Kinsman. On the bounce now to Merrill. Lost the handle. Has to come back out to Roberts. A 17-footer bang. Colby Roberts on the bucket, and the Mounties retake the lead, 26-25. Jason Casarino into the forecourt for the Raiders now. On the left to Anderson to the left side of the lane. And Anderson called for an offensive foul. And Justin Anderson now has 3 personal fouls. That's the first team foul on the Raiders.
We thought Justin might have a big game tonight with Hare and Schaffner being out for the Mounties, but MSJ's done a good job of double teaming and not let him get on track early on. He's only got 2 points.
Allen gets the ball into play to Roberts. Jed Allen gets it back again as the Raiders are in the full court pressure as the pass is stolen away by Jason Casarino, and he drives and lays it in. Allen tried to send it ahead, and Jason stole the pass and finished it off, and the Raiders lead by 1, 27-26. Again, the full court pressure. Birkenhead breaks it this time, though. Stops the dribble on the left sideline, feeds Kinsman underneath to Merrill, and Merrill lays it up and in. Well, they broke the pressure again, and the easy bucket by Merrill. And I don't believe that score is right. Mock up for 3, and it's good. They're going to square away the score here. As the pass is stolen away by Mock, and Mock lays it in. So a 3-pointer by Mock and a 2-pointer by Mock as Kinsman's pass stolen away by Sabatka. The scoreboard has Rutland up 32-29. 6:21 left here, third quarter. Some helter-skelter basketball.
Be interesting to see if anybody notices it.
Yeah, there it goes. It's 32-28. And in the meantime, Mock scored 5 points while we're trying to figure out the score here. The Mounties break the pressure this time as Merrill gets the pass from Allen now to Kinsman. He drives baseline and lays it in. And Rutland leads it now 32-30. So they finally got the scoreboard fixed here, or the correct score up there. Justin Mock with it to the key. On the right now to TJ Sabatka, now to Anderson down low. Turnaround right side of the lane, no good. Hung on the rim. Rebound to Belomo, back up and good. And the inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Belomo as the Raiders lead at 34-30. 5:49 left here in the third quarter. Again, that full court Raider pressure. Colby Roberts now to Jed Allen, still in the backcourt. Tried to send it in the forecourt. The ball picked off by Jason Casarino. Then he loses control. It goes out of bounds. And the Mounties will control from the left sideline at midcourt. During that time, after a Mountie bucket, and we noticed that the score was incorrect on the scoreboard, Mock threw in a 3-pointer and then stole the inbounds pass, and all of a sudden the score changed about 5 points in the meantime. It actually did change 5 points in the meantime before they finally corrected it. And the correct score now, Rutland 34, MSJ 30, as Birkenhead sends it to Allen. Short baseline jumper around the rim and in. 34-32. Rutland leads it by 2. Here's Jason Casarino the other way to Mock at the left baseline. He was triple teamed, and we got a foul on Matt Kinsman. And the foul on Matt Kinsman is number 3. So Kinsman's got 3, and Birkenhead also with 3. That's the first on the team here in the half. The Raiders will control from the baseline with Justin Mock. 5:16 left third quarter. The Raiders lead at 34-32. The pass into Anderson, dribbles into the lane. His short turnaround jumper is good. Rustin Anderson puts the Raiders up by 4, 36-32. As Roberts sends it to Kinsman, down to Merrill, right side of the lane, back to Birkenhead. He drives, lays it up and in left-handed. The Mounties broke the press and scored easily. 36-34, Rutland by 2. Nice job by Birkenhead. Here's Jason Casarino up for 3. It's no good. Rebound, 5-4 goes to Allen at the sideline. Ahead to Birkenhead into the forecourt, and Birkenhead will slow it down. Now it goes on the left to Allen between the sideline and the middle. Out to Kinsman. Up for 3. Around the rim, no good. Rebound to Allen. Back up and a good. Jed Allen, big, strong offensive rebound for the bucket. It's tied at 36. And getting back to knock the ball away, Birkenhead picked off by Kinsman.
Jed Allen doing a good job of getting on the boards on both the offense and defensive end.
Well, Birkenhead got it back again. Back to Kinsman into the forecourt left sideline. Out of Merrill. Merrill back to Birkenhead left sideline. And he throws up the long bomb. No good. Rebound to Sabatka. And he dribbles up for the Raiders. Sends it in the forecourt to Mock. Loops it down low to Anderson. Right baseline. Double team. Back out to Mock. Up for 3. No good. Rebound 5-4 at the baseline. And it goes out of bounds. And it goes off TJ Sabatka. And the Mounties will control in the backcourt. 3:59 to go third quarter. In is tied at 36 apiece as Willie McGrath is in for the Mounties and out is Jed Allen. I've never set the line. I said it when I had an opportunity, but some helter-skelter basketball here, and with the full-court press of the Raiders, a little tough to do that as the Mounties have it in the backcourt. With it is Merrill, sends it to Birkenhead as they break it to the free throw line. He fires up, no good. Rebound to Belomo. Belomo, Anderson, Mock, Jason Casarino, and Sabatka for the Raiders. Belomo splits the lane, lays it up, no good. We're going to foul it against the Mounties. They call it on Birkenhead, and that's 4 on Ryan Birkenhead. That's the second on the team, and Belomo is in the act of shooting. He'll be at the line for 2. Ball game tied at 36 apiece, 3:41 left third quarter. Trevor Wolf will check in for Ryan Birkenhead, who sits down with 4 personal fouls. Carl Doty checks in for Rutland High, and sitting down is Jason Casarino. So the Mounties are going with McGrath, Kinsman, Colby Roberts, Wolf, and also Mark Merrill, as now the Mounties call for a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 3:41 to go third quarter. It's tied at 36 apiece. MSJ had a 1-point lead at halftime. Actually, the Raiders made a little run during that situation we were talking about with the scoreboard and the three-pointer by Mock, and he stole the inbounds pass and laid it in, and the Raiders had a quick 4-point lead, but the Mounties have hung in there, and right now it's tied at 36 apiece.
Justin Mock made a run there, it seemed like.
Yeah.
What happens is, when they go to the full-court press, it picks up the tempo of the game. We're up to 36 points. We only had 24 at halftime, so they've already scored in about 4 minutes what they scored in the entire second quarter. So it's picking up the pace. MSJ is defeating the press when they're able to sneak somebody down on the sideline. They get down below the man who's acts like a goalie, what they call it, on the full-court press. And lots of times it's Mark Merrill or Kinsman to get down there. They're able to get the pass over to Merrill. He's able to score a couple times. Also, he's got a couple passes over to Jed Allen or somebody else getting down there. So that's how MSJ is able to break the press. When they're getting in trouble is the guys are picking up their dribble, and it allows the double team for Rutland to get over there and double team them, and that's the whole effect of the press. So MSJ needs to keep their dribble alive and also kind of look deep down on the press. When they're getting a fast break opportunity, they're not getting down real quickly for the layup. They're able to pull the ball back out and kind of slow things down and get back into their half-court offense.
Justin Anderson, Justin Mock, Carl Doty, Nathan Belomo, and TJ Sabatka in there right now for the Raiders. And at the line for 2 shots, Nathan Belomo. Ryan Birkenhead on the Mountie bench with 4 personal fouls with 3:41 left in the third quarter in a tie ball game. The shot by Belomo around the rim and in. And the Raiders take a 1-point lead, 37-36. Key time of the game coming up, of course, for MSJ with Birkenhead out. If they can hang in there until he gets back in. The second shot by Belomo, good. Nathan gets them both, and Rutland goes up 38-36. Kinsman breaks the pressure now to Wolf in the forecourt. Between the sideline in the middle, out to Merrill. Shuffles it off now for Matt Kinsman. Raiders lead it by 2. Kinsman near the right sideline, stops the dribble out to Merrill. To the right side of the circle. This 18-footer around the rim and in. Mark Merrill got the roll. Tied at 38 apiece here as Matt Kinsman knocks the ball out of bounds as the pass came in intended for Carl Doty into the forecourt. And the Raiders will control from the left sideline in the forecourt with Justin Mock getting set to put the ball into play. Justin Mock looking around, still looking for the Raiders, loops it into Justin Anderson. Anderson cross-court right side now to Belomo. Head fakes between the right sideline and the middle. Stops the dribble out front now to Justin Mock on the left wing to Carl Doty. Doty bounces it down low, intended for Sabatka, knocked away by Colby Roberts, picked off by Trevor Wolf. Back to Roberts to Kinsman. Tied at 38, 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Kinsman into the forecourt. On the left now to Colby Roberts near the left sideline. Out now to McGrath, left side of the circle. Back to Kinsman, left sideline. Kinsman looks inside. Back out to Merrill. Merrill between the sideline and the key. Back out front to McGrath. Top of the circle on the bounce, left wing. It goes to Kinsman up for 3. Bang! Matt Kinsman with a 3-pointer. And MSJ leads by 3, 41-38. And Doty's pass intended for Anderson goes out of bounds. And MSJ will control in the backcourt. Colby Roberts will put the ball into play in the backcourt against full-court Raider pressure. The pass comes into Merrill, has it knocked away, but it goes to Kinsman. Throws it into the forecourt for McGrath, but before the pass, we're going to foul against Rutland. Foul, I believe, is on TJ Sabatka. And that is the second team foul on the Raiders here. And Sabatka's second. Kinsman, Merrill, Roberts, McGrath, and Wolf right now for MSJ. And as I say that, Jed Allen checks in for the Mounties for Trevor Wolf. And the Mounties have a 3-point lead, 41-38, 2:32 to go, third quarter. Lomo, Doty, Mock, Anderson, and Sabatka for Rutland High. Kinsman on the bounce. Left wing goes to Colby Roberts. Holds the ball over his head. Colby dribbles a few times and stops. Sends it out front now to Merrill, halfway between the circles. Merrill sends it back to Kinsman, left side of the lane. Short jumper's good, and the Mounties lead by a score of 43-38. They lead it by 5. Here's Doty the other way. Spins to the lane. Lays it up. No good. Tap by Anderson. No good. Rebound to Allen. Allen goes to Kinsman. Kinsman into the forecourt. 1:57 to go, third quarter. MSJ with a 5-point lead, 43-38. Roberts with it, right sideline. Back to Allen to Merrill, left side of the circle. Merrill now to Kinsman, right side of the circle. 17-footer's good. And MSJ has opened up a 7-point lead, 45-38. Mock with it for the Raiders. Near the left sideline. 1:35 to go, third quarter. Mock loops it down low for Belomo. Back to Mock. Up for 3. No good. Rebound. Goes back to Belomo. Left baseline. Shovels it up. An air ball. They're battling for the basketball. It goes to Roberts. Roberts sends it to Kinsman. MSJ with its biggest lead, a 7-point lead as Kinsman slowly dribbles into the forecourt. And at 14 to go, third quarter. Kinsman to McGrath. McGrath wanted to go to Allen, picked off by Mock. Here he comes, coast to coast. He lays it in. 45-40, MSJ by 5. Merrill double team, sends it to Kinsman. They break the pressure, that relentless full court zone pressure by the Raiders. Kinsman with it, picked up by Doty as the Raiders go into the man-to-man once they break it. Now Roberts with it. Roberts out to Merrill, right side of the circle. Looks at the bucket, goes to Kinsman. Up for 3. It's no good off the rim. Rebound to Mock. 40 seconds to go, third quarter. With it now, Belomo in the forecourt for the Raiders. Belomo sends it on the right to Mock. Now to Anderson between the right sideline and the middle. Back to Belomo, right side of the circle. Now to Sabatka, left side of the lane. Lays it up. No good. We're going to whistle and a foul against MSJ. And it was before the shot. It's on Merrill, I believe. That's the third team foul on MSJ. Who are they going to call that on? Chris Wood checks in for MSJ. Colby Roberts gets a breather. Jason Casarino checks in for Rutland. Justin Mock gets a breather. Well, they never put it up on the new board here, but I believe that was on Merrill, his second.
Rutland have a tough time with their half-court offense. The outside jump shots aren't working, and they're not getting anything down low.
Bliss is in for Belomo as the inbounds pass stolen away by Allen to Kinsman. Belomo sits down for the Raiders. Eric Bliss in there right now. 18 seconds to go, third quarter. And the Mounties lead at 45-40. With it, right sideline is Merrill. Out front to Chris Wood. Wood right side of the circle. Now it goes to Allen, left side. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. With it is Kinsman between the sideline and the middle to Allen. Back to Kinsman. 2 seconds left. Kinsman from downtown. A shot off the rim at the buzzer. No good. We played 3 here at the Keefe Gym. And after 3 quarters of play, our score, MSJ 45, Rutland 40. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. MSJ led at halftime 24-23. MSJ outscoring Rutland 21-17 in the third quarter. So MSJ has a 5-point lead, 45-40, as we get set for the final 8 here at the Keefe Gym.
Matt Kinsman really heated up in that quarter. He got 9 points and a couple big jump shots. He has 19 points now. He's the leading scorer in the game, and Nathan Belomo is the leading scorer for Rutland with 10 points, although Jason Casarino and Justin Mock both have 9. Again, Rutland, when they can get their full court press and get some easy turnovers, they're getting some baskets, but their half-court offense is not doing a very good job. They're missing their outside jump shots, and when they're trying to go down low, they're doing a good job of double teaming. The big MSJ is doing a good job of double teaming them and getting some steals and some turnovers.
Ryan Birkenhead back in for MSJ. They did well during a 3-minute and 20-second time period when he was sitting on the bench. He's in there with 4 personal fouls. We'll set the alignment for both teams when we have an opportunity here. as it'll be the Raiders' possession. Carl Doty, Jason Casarino, TJ Sabatka, Eric Bliss, and Justin Anderson for the Raiders. We'll set the Mounties here when we have an opportunity as Doty puts the ball into play to TJ Sabatka, left sideline to Jason Casarino. Jason out to Doty in the key to the left side of the lane. Throws up the 12-footer, no good. Rebound to Colby Roberts. Roberts dribbles up. Roberts, Birkenhead, Kinsman, Mark Merrill, and Jet Allen right now for MSJ. The Mounties lead at 45-40, 7:40 left in the ball game. With it, Merrill, top of the circle on the left to Colby Roberts. Roberts to the left side of the circle, goes to Birkenhead now to the right sideline to Merrill. Merrill loops it down low, intended for Kinsman. We got a whistle and a foul against MSJ. It might have been Kinsman who pushed off. I think he did before he got the pass. He pushed off, and that foul on Kinsman is number 4. That is the 4th on the team. As Nathan Palomo checks in for the Raiders for Eric Bliss. So Kinsman's got 4, and Birkenhead also with 4 fouls for MSJ.
What's significant about that is Kinsman's obviously the leading scorer, but he does most of the ball handling. He and Birkenhead are their 2 main ball handlers. They can't afford to lose those guys, so they got to be very careful these last 7 minutes about fouls.
Jason Casarino to Doty, and the Mounties have gone into the 2-3 zone to protect the 2 guys in foul trouble. Here's Casarino for 3, and he hits it. Jason Casarino pumping in the 3-pointer, and MSJ's lead is down to 2, 45-43. Kinsman with it in the forecourt to the key to the line. Now to Birkenhead, left baseline, a short jumper, an air ball over the bucket. We got a foul in the rebounding action. The foul is on Colby Roberts. This puts the Mounties over the limit. Big 3-pointer by Jason Casarino.
Very important now that MSJ's gone to the zone defense, that the guys from Rutland get their feet set on the long outside jump shots and try to hit as many jump shots as they can. That will stretch the zone out. That will make it easier for Justin Anderson to work down low. But a good coaching move here by Dave Kinsman to go to the zone to save his son Matt, and also Ryan Birkenhead will pick up another foul.
Nathan Palomo at the line for a 1-1. That foul on Roberts is first. The shot by Nathan around the rim, no good. Rebound to Birkenhead. Birkenhead to Kinsman. The Mounties going in the 2-3 zone because of the foul trouble to Kinsman, who's got 4, and Birkenhead also with 4 personal fouls. Kinsman in the forecourt. The Raiders still in the man-to-man. Sabatka knocks the ball out of bounds. Diligent defense on Kinsman by TJ Sabatka. Birkenhead, Merrill, Allen, Kinsman, and Roberts right now for the Mounties. As Birkenhead gets set to put the ball into play. Tried to get it into Roberts. Ball stolen away by Doty. Goes coast to coast and lays it in. Big play by Carl Doty. Stole the ball and finished it off, and it's tied at 45 apiece here. And the ball is kicked out of bounds. Or at least kicked. I don't think it ever went out of bounds by the Raiders, and the Mounties will try again here in the backcourt as the pass comes into Roberts. So tied at 45, 6:43 left here in the ball game. Allen with it, now to Kinsman. Kinsman dribbles right to left, chased by Sabatka. Tried to go to Birkenhead, and the ball was knocked out of bounds by Doty. Doty, Sabatka, Palomo, Anderson, and Jason Casarino for the Raiders. Birkenhead puts the ball into play, left corner to Kinsman. Kinsman looking around, dribbles toward the lane. Tried to send it to Allen, picked off out of midair by Sabatka. Sabatka goes to Casarino, and he dribbled on the baseline, out of bounds. And MSJ will control in the backcourt. I say TJ picked it off out of midair. Actually, the ball went right into his midsection, and he just grabbed it. And we're going to foul against Rutland High here. It's either on Jason Casarino or Nathan Palomo as they double-team Colby Roberts. That's just the 3rd team foul on the Raiders. I'm going to call it on Palomo.
Yes.
They got Palomo for 3 up on the board. I have him for 2.
So do I. I guess it's more important what they have him for.
So the Mounties put the ball into play in the backcourt. Roberts with it ahead to Allen. Allen sends it to Kinsman. They break the pressure. Kinsman to Birkenhead, left sideline. Tied at 45, 6:12 to go in the ball game. Birkenhead dribbles left to right on the bounce right sideline to Mark Merrill. Merrill now to Allen, right side of the circle. On the bounce right sideline to Birkenhead. Birkenhead to the right baseline. Tried to shovel it away. The ball knocked away, picked off by Anderson. Ahead now to Sabatka. Sabatka roars to the right baseline. Running right-hander is good, but it won't count. We got a traveling violation on TJ Sabatka.
That woke up the crowd.
That sure did. Tied at 45. 5:55 to go in the ball game. Roberts with it in the backcourt, chased by Sabatka. He breaks the pressure as he sends it to Kinsman to Merrill, and Merrill lays it in. They broke the pressure and got the easy bucket, and MSJ leads at 47-45. Here's Jason Casarino, and we got a timeout, Rutland. 5:40 left in the ball game. MSJ 47, Rutland 45. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
Being needs.
MSJ 47, Rutland 45, 5:40 to go in the ball game. We mentioned Nathan Belomo on that foul before. The board had him for 3. We thought he had 2. And we were right for once because they changed it on the board. Nathan Belomo with 2 personal fouls. Keep in mind, Ryan Birkenhead with 4 personal fouls for MSJ. And also Matt Kinsman with 4 personal fouls. Mounties playing without the services tonight. Tim Schaffner, Scott Outsley, and Larry here. All out because of the flu. Ken Bates missing action for the Raiders because of the flu as well. It'll be the Raiders' ball.
People picking up the slack for the Mounties. Mark Merrill has 8 points and Jed Allen has 6 points. The 2 new starters did a good job filling in.
2-3 Mounties zone. Mock with it right sideline to Sabatka. Left sideline to Jason Casarino. Back out front to Sabatka. On the right now to Mock. Near the right sideline. Cross court to Jason. Up for 3. Bang! Jason Casarino with a 3-pointer, and the Raiders go out in front, 48-47. Look at those shooters out front. Jason Casarino and Sabatka can shoot over that zone. Kinsman with it between the left sideline and the lane. Goes to the lane. Running right-hander, no good. Offensive foul on Matt Kinsman, and that's it for Matt Kinsman. He's fouled out of the ball game. Kinsman fouls out on an offensive foul. So with 5:08 left to go in the ball game, MSJ without the services of Matt Kinsman now, the Raiders will have the basketball and the Raiders have the lead, 48-47. You know, you think back, Matt who had 3 fouls, the 4th foul was called with MSJ in control of the basketball because Kinsman pushed off before getting a pass. The 5th foul on an offensive foul, so the last 2 have to hurt more than usual.
Yeah, he did it. Matt did a very good job when he was on the defensive end of not reaching and moving his feet and getting position, but he was called on 2 offensive fouls here. One was pushing off when he tried to get a pass, and that one he was driving to the hoop and he cleared out. I think Sabatka was right on him, and Kinsman kind of cleared out with the inside arm, and that's what they call the foul on. So a tough call there for Matt, who leads with 19 points.
Well, Matt Kinsman is fouled out. Ryan Birkenhead with 4 personal fouls. Willie McGrath in to take Kinsman's place. So the Raiders have the basketball and they have the lead, 48-47. 5:04 left in the ball game. With it is Mock right sideline. Mock out front to TJ Sabatka. Back to Mock. Mock underneath to Belomo. Belomo back out to Mock. Head fakes out front now to Sabatka. Left sideline to Jason Casarino. Jason dribbles to the middle, goes to Sabatka to Mock as they go around the horn. Into the lane to Anderson. Back out to Jason. Up for 3. No go. Rebound. Comes out to Mark Merrill of the Mounties. And Merrill is fouled by Justin Mock. And that's 3 on Justin Mock, and that is just the 4th team foul on the Raiders. 4:39 to go in the ball game. 48-47, Rutland by 1. The Mounties going with Roberts, Birkenhead, Allen, McGrath, and Merrill. Matt Kinsman is fouled out of the ball game. The Raiders going with Sabatka, Belomo, Mock, Justin Anderson, and Jason Casarino. Birkenhead with it halfway between the circles for the Mounties. Loops it right side intended for Merrill. Picked off by Belomo. Ahead now to Casarino. Jason to the lane. Goes to Sabatka. Runs it down at the baseline. Back out front to Anderson as he saved it nicely. On the right now to Mock. Mock goes to the left sideline to Sabatka. Back out to Mock. Top of the circle. Against the 2-3 zone. Now to Jason. Right sideline. 3-point attempt. No good. Rebound fought for. Scramble for the basketball. Merrill runs it down. Merrill sends it ahead to Roberts. Roberts into the lane. He's fouled by Jason Casarino. Both teams from here on in will be going to the line. Both teams over the limit. Roberts will be at the line for a 1-and-1. That foul on Jason Casarino is his first. The Raiders lead it by 1, 48-47. 4:02 left in the ball game.
We talked about when MSJ went to the zone defense that Rutland need to get ready to shoot the outside jump shots. Jason Casarino's has taken 4 3-pointers. He's hit 2 and he's missed his last 2. But again, MSJ doing a good job of picking up the pace here.
Shot by Roberts is good. It went in and out, around the rim, and back in again. And Colby ties it at 48 apiece. Second shot coming up for Colby Roberts. It's no good off the rim. Rebounded Justin Anderson. So it's tied at 48. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Justin Mock into the forecourt. Justin Mock dribbles toward the right sideline for the Raiders. Stops the dribble out now to Sabatka. Straight on for three. No go. Rebound to Birkenhead. Birkenhead covers up. Double team. Sends it to Roberts. Roberts back to Birkenhead. The Raiders relent defensively. Birkenhead trots it into the forecourt. Picked up by Sabatka. To the right sideline to Mark Merrill. Merrill now to Allen, right side of the circle. On the bounce to Birkenhead, right sideline. Now to Roberts, right side of the circle to Allen. Now to Birkenhead in the key. 17-footer. Bang! MSJ takes the lead, 50-48. 3:20 left in the ball game. Mock into the forecourt down the right sideline. Mock out front to Jason. On the left now to TJ. Sabatka down low to Anderson. Back out to TJ to Jason. Up for three. No good. Rebound tapped around. It goes to Willie McGrath and the Mounties. McGrath to Birkenhead. Birkenhead dribbles up slowly. Chased by Sabatka, still in the backcourt. Birkenhead into the forecourt, and he's called for a 10-second violation. 10-second violation against Ryan Birkenhead. The Raiders will have the basketball. 2:57 left in the game. MSJ out in front, 50-48.
Tough break there for MSJ. I think Ryan just kind of lost track of the time, and nobody came down to help him out either. He's got to be aware of that 10-second call.
Jason Casarino to Mock, left sideline. Down low to Anderson, back to Mock. Up for three, no go. Deep rebound to Casarino, left side of the lane. He drives, lays it up, no good. And we get a foul on the rebounding action. And it's against the Raiders. Mountie will be going to the line here. It's on Belomo. That's his third. 2:45 left in the game. MSJ with a 2-point lead, 50-48. It'll be Jed Allen at the line.
MSJ doing a real good job of getting position out of the zone defense. Last time it's tough to get rebounding in position and box out of a zone defense, but MSJ doing a good job of getting it and really strapping hard and getting the rebounds.
Jed Allen's shot is up and no good off the back of the rim. Anderson the rebound. Now Mock with it. Mock ahead to Sabatka. Sabatka to Casarino, left sideline. Back to Sabatka on the right to Justin Mock. Back to Jason, left sideline. Now to Sabatka on the right wing to Mock. Wanted to go down low, knocked away, scramble. It goes out of bounds off Rutland, and MSJ will control in the backcourt. 2:30 left in the ball game. MSJ 50 and Rutland 48. MSJ will have the basketball in the backcourt. Pass comes into Birkenhead. Double team in the backcourt now to Allen. Allen throws it into the forecourt to Merrill. Short jumper around the rim, no good. Anderson the rebound. Anderson's outlet picked off by Colby Roberts. Roberts to the right side of the lane. Short jumper, no good. Rebound to Allen in the lane. Foul against the Raiders. Allen will be going to the line here with 2:11 to go in the game. And that too is on Belomo. Belomo with 4 now. Matt Kinsman has already fouled out of the game for MSJ. Ryan Birkenhead has 4 personal fouls. Belomo's got 4 for the Raiders. As we're going to time out on the floor, we'll keep it right here. 2:11 left in the game. MSJ 50, Rutland 48. Jed Allen will be at the line for a 1-and-1 when we come back. We'll keep it right here, though, when we come back as far as action is concerned. Greg.
Kinsman fouled out with 5:08 about 3 minutes ago. Since then, MSJ's been off 3 points, and Rutland hasn't been able to score at all. Rutland trying to take those long outside jump shots, keep taking the 3-pointers and not getting it. The rebounds bouncing long, and MSJ doing a good job of scrubbing to get the long rebounds. They're also doing a good position of getting boxing out. Jed Allen going to the line. He's we said all night, getting some big rebounds, knocked away some steals. His only problem is that Jed unofficially is like 0 for 5 from the foul line. He needs to try to really concentrate on the foul line and try to get these, nail them down here.
Merrill and also Roberts in the last couple of seconds had relatively easy jumpers that would have given MSJ a 4-point lead, but they didn't connect.
Yeah, Merrill, he's done a good job. He's got 8 points all night. He's been able to get down against the zone press there, the full court press. He missed that last one there, but the pace of the game has really picked up. The intensity in the crowd has picked up, and really they're starting yelling now, really getting into the game. It's getting very emotional. Look for somebody to kind of take charge here the last 2 minutes of the game.
Well, the people that didn't come to this one tonight have missed a heck of a ball game. Smallest crowd I've seen in years at an MSJ Rutland boys basketball game. Obviously, we have the big snowstorm going on, but nevertheless, it is MSJ and Rutland. Jed Allen at the line for a 1-and-1 for MSJ. MSJ leading by 2, 50-48. The shot by Allen is good. Jed Allen has hit the first. He'll get another as MSJ leads it 51-48. 2:11 to go in the ball game. Jed Allen, 5'11" senior. He looks and fires. It's in and out, back in again. He gets them both. MSJ goes up by 4, 52-48. Justin Mock with it, right sideline for the Raiders. Out to TJ, to Jason Casarino, back to Sabatka on the bounce, right wing to Mock. Cross court now to Jason Casarino, now to Sabatka on the right to Mock. Between the sideline and the middle, cross court to Jason, near the left sideline. And he's fouled by Birkenhead, and Birkenhead's fouled out of the ball game. With 1:53 to go in the ball game, Ryan Birkenhead is fouled out. Kinsman is already fouled out. MSJ leading at 52-48. It'll be Jason Casarino at the line for a 1-1 for Rutland.
What you got to look at now is that MSJ is missing 4 of their original stars they started the season with. They missed Elsley and Schaffner and Harrow, who alternated the center position. They fouled out. Now Birkenhead and Kinsman have both fouled out. Colby Roberts, the only original starter from the starting of the season. What really hurts this for the MSJ is the fact that they've lost their 2 main ball handlers now, Kinsman and Birkenhead. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes care of the ball against this tough Rutland press.
It'll be Trevor Wolf checking in for Ryan Birkenhead. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this 30-second break. We'll have 2 J.P. Carrera & Sons MVPs at the end of the game. 2 Friendly's Unsung Hero Award winners to 6 players at the end of the game. Here's the situation. 1:53 left in the ball game. It's MSJ 52, Rutland 48. Jason Casarino at the line for a 1-1 for Rutland High. MSJ playing now without the services of Matt Kinsman and Ryan Birkenhead. They both fouled out of the ball game. It's Jason Casarino, Justin Mugg, Justin Anderson, Nathan Belomo, and TJ Sabatka for Rutland. For the Mounties, it is Colby Roberts, Jed Allen, Trevor Wolf, Mark Merrill, and Willie McGrath.
Rutland hasn't scored in over 3 minutes because it was 48-47. They were leading when Kinsman fouled out the 5:08 mark. We're down to a 1:53. Yes, and Rutland's still stuck on 48 points. So some big foul shots here, very big here for Casarino to kind of get Rutland going again so they can set up that full court press.
Big free throws for Jason Casarino, 5'10" senior. Jason looks and fires. He's got it. He'll get another. 52-49. MSJ by 3. Jason Casarino looks and fires. He's got it. 2 free throws for Jason Casarino. MSJ leads it 52-50. Full court pressure. Roberts double team. Goes to Allen. He's double team. Back to Roberts. Roberts still in the backcourt. Still in the backcourt. Double team. Throws it into the forecourt to McGrath, left side of the lane. Back out to Roberts. 1:40 to go in the ball game. MSJ up by 2. Roberts with it between the sideline and the middle. Wanted to go out to Merrill. Picked off by Jason Casarino. Here he comes and he lays it in. And he ties it at 52 apiece. Full court pressure as the pass comes into Merrill. Double teamed in the backcourt. Sends it ahead to Roberts. Off him. Scramble for the basketball. We got a foul on Colby Roberts. And Colby Roberts is hurt. With 1:19 to go in the ball game, Colby Roberts has been shaken up, but he's back up again. Colby Roberts on the foul, his second. 52-52, 1:19 left in the ball game, and Jason Casarino, who coolly hit the 2 free throws just a few moments ago, at the line again for the Raiders for a 1-1. His shot is up and good, and the Raiders lead at 53-52.
Jason has 11 points here the 4th period alone. He now has 20 points for the game.
Jason will get another. His shot is up and good. 2 free throws for Jason Casarino. The Raiders lead at 54-52. Here's Allen. Allen goes to Wolf. In the lane. Short jumper, no good. We're going to foul in the rebounding action. 1:12 to go in the ball game. This foul is against MSJ. The foul is on Willie McGrath. His first. Trevor Wolf had the short little jumper. Missed the shot in the rebounding action. Willie McGrath called for the foul. Both teams long since over the limit. Justin Anderson at the line for a 1-1 for Rutland. Rutland leading at 54-52 with 1:12 to go in the ball game. Justin Anderson looks and fires. It's around the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Sabatka. The Mounties will control in the backcourt. And the Raiders, again, set up that full court pressure. The pass comes into Roberts. 1:08 to go in the ball game. The Raiders by 2. Roberts into the forecourt, picked up by Sabatka down the right sideline. Roberts stops the dribble out front now to Allen. Allen goes to Merrill, halfway between the circles. 57 seconds to go in the ball game. With it is Wolf in the key. Now to Roberts. Roberts to the free throw line. Almost went up with it. Sends it to McGrath. Double team. McGrath to Allen in the lane. 14-footer, no good. Rebound fought for. Scramble for the basketball, and it comes out to Jason Casarino. Jason to Sabatka. He lays it up, no good, but we're going to foul before the pass from Jason Casarino. It's going against MSJ. The foul is on Mark Merrill. That's his third. 41 seconds to go in the ball game, and Jason Casarino, who's been immense here for the Raiders in the fourth quarter, and has already hit 4 out of 4 here in the last minute or so from the line. Again, at the line for a 1-and-1. The Raiders lead at 54-52. 41 seconds left in the ball game.
Casarino makes the foul shots. MSJ will probably call a timeout to set something up for the last 41 seconds.
Shot by Jason is good. 5 for 5 here in the fourth quarter in crunch time for Jason Casarino for the free throw line as the Raiders lead by 3, 55-52. Second shot by Jason Casarino is good. 2 free throws for Jason Casarino. The Raiders go up by 4, 56-52. 38 seconds left in the ball game. Roberts with it in the forecourt, right sideline for MSJ. Roberts looks around. Comes cross court now to Willie McGrath between the sideline and the key. McGrath sends it to Allen, left sideline. 25 seconds left in the game. Allen has it stolen away by Belomo. We got a foul on Jet Allen. And Nathan Belomo will be at the line for a 1-and-1. 24 seconds left in the ball game. Rutland leads by 4, 56-52. Nathan Belomo at the line for a 1-and-1. Allen's foul is his second. Kinsman and Birkenhead have fouled out here for MSJ in the fourth quarter.
Rutland scored 16 points here in the fourth quarter. Jason Casarino has scored 14 of them.
The shot by Belomo is good. He'll get another as the Raiders start to pull away a little bit here. They lead it by 5, 57-52. Second shot by Belomo is good. 2 free throws for Nathan Belomo, and the Raiders go up 58-52. 20 seconds to go in the game. Roberts with it. Right sideline to Merrill. Head fakes. Pumps up the three-pointer. Around the rim, no good. Rebound. Back up and good by McGrath. It's going to count. He got fouled. 13 seconds left in the ball game. The foul is on Justin Anderson. His fourth, 58-54. The Raiders by 4. Just when you thought the Raiders had things pretty well in hand, Willie McGrath has an opportunity for a 3-point play here.
A good job there by Willie McGrath to get in. He got good position and rebound. And Justin Anderson might have been wise just to let him go up because they just want to keep the clock going. Give them the 2 points. What happens now is they've got the clock stopped. McGrath at the foul line. If he can make this, they're only down by 3. They'll be able to set up their four-court press. Maybe get a quick steal. If not, go for a quick foul and get the ball back and hopefully have a last shot at it.
With a timeout on the floor. 13 seconds left in the ball game. Rutland 58, MSJ 54. MSJ has already lost the services of Birkenhead and Kinsman to fouls here. Both came up with their 5th personal fouls in the fourth quarter. And keep it right here.
Since Birkenhead fouled out, the minute 53 to go, Rutland was able to outscore MSJ 10-2, but they've got Willie McGrath at the foul line. Like I said, it's important. If he makes a foul shot, to set up in the full court press and go for a quick steal. If not, go for a quick foul. They've got 13 seconds to go, and hopefully the Rutland player will miss the foul shot, and then they can come out and get a 3-point shot.
McGrath, Allen, Trevor Wolf, Colby Robertson, Mark Merrill for the Mounties. Justin Mock, Justin Anderson, Nathan Belomo, TJ Sabatka, and Jason Casarino for the Raiders. What a fourth quarter for Jason Casarino. And what a gutsy performance from MSJ in this ball game tonight.
They certainly have. They've kept it all game long and really kept going. It's tough when you lose your 2 top stars, Birkenhead and Kinsman.
The shot by McGrath is no good off the back of the rim, and it ends up on top of the backboard and stays there. Is right on top of the board.
seems almost fitting.
And here comes Jack Burgoyne, the athletic director at Rutland High, with a big long stick. And he punches the ball off the top of the board, and we'll be set to go here. It'll be Rutland's basketball in the backcourt as the Mounties set up the full court pressure here. Nathan Belomo gets set to put the ball into play. So the Raiders lead by 4 with 13 seconds to go in the ball game. 58-54. Belomo gets it into Jason Casarino, fouled by Merrill. I think he's the wrong guy. Well, they can't really do anything about it. Might be the wrong guy to send it to the line. Merrill on the foul. Jason Casarino to the line with 11 seconds to go in the game. Foul on Merrill is his 4th. What is Jason from the line? It's 6 for 6 here.
6 for 6 in this quarter. He's 9 for 10 overall. He missed his first shot way back in the second quarter, and he's hit 9 in a row since then.
Jason Casarino at the line for a 1-and-1. The Raiders lead at 58-54. 11 seconds to go in the game. The shot by Jason is good. He'll get another as the Raiders go up 59-54. Jason 7 for 7 here from the line in the 4th quarter. Second shot by Jason is good. 2 free throws for Jason Casarino. The Raiders lead at 60-54. Colby Roberts wanted to go to Merrill in the forecourt, throws it out of bounds. The Raiders will control in the backcourt with 8 seconds left. Raiders are going to win this basketball game, but it was right down to the wire. Sabatka with it in the backcourt. 5 seconds to go in the ball game. Sabatka sends it ahead to Jason Casarino, to Anderson at midcourt, to Belomo, and that's the ball game. And Rutland has won it by a score of 60-54 over MSJ. The Raiders trail by 5 going into the 4th quarter. To their credit, they got all the free throws, especially Jason Casarino, 8 for 8 from the line. Belomo with a couple of big ones as well. They did what they had to do in the 4th quarter, but to MSJ's credit, starting off really undermanned tonight, even at the beginning of the ball game, losing Birkenhead and Kidsman to fouls in the 4th quarter. It certainly was a gutsy performance for MSJ, but Rutland, on the other hand, did what they had to do, and they had to come from behind in the 4th quarter, and they did. Final score, Rutland 60, MSJ 54. We'll wrap it up in just a minute.